Welcome to Donna and Friends, and man, I'm having a great time. Hey, you know how you like to get that new eatery in town? Well, I've got it going on here. Guess what's coming to town? I'll let y'all say it.
Cap's Barbecue.
And Cap's Barbecue is
the best barbecue in town.
and it is not only that, it's the King of Q.
The King of Q. That's
King of
what they
Q.
call me,
And
yeah.
tell me about how your meat melts. It just melts in your mouth, doesn't it?
It really does. We have an array, I would say, of meats and sides that we do. Everything from pulled pork to ribs to beef to chicken, turkey. We got the whole thing.
It's very exciting.
And we've got Oklahoma steak bologna.
Oklahoma State bologna. That's great. I love that. I'm going to refrain from commenting right now on that. But let's just talk about you guys. Now let's start with the owner of Caps, and that would be Cap Crowder.
That's true. I've owned Cap since 2008. We've got 2 restaurants so far. The original in Okmulgee, we started in 2008, and the second location is in Tulsa, down by the University of Tulsa on 11th Street, and that we've had that for 2 years.
And both of those are great locations.
Mm-hmm.
And tell me how it came to be that you would select Cushing as a place for barbecue.
Well, I've done my research. We looked far and wide for, I always wanted to expand. That's what we're about, is expanding to new places. Well, we looked and, we found that there's no barbecue all the way from Oklahoma City to Tulsa. And what better place to put it is, the oil capital of Oklahoma. The people in this area were in need or wanting a barbecue place. And we came and we started with, actually came in and talked to the Chamber of Commerce. Brent Thompson helped us out, said that he would love to have us. And, we searched far and wide, really, for a location here in town and couldn't find one. It's real tough because there was nothing available. So we thought about actually building a place, but actually found a place at a great location right by Quality Ford. So we're going to be in the old Roma's Italian restaurant right behind. Was it Rodolfo?
Rodolfo's, yeah.
So right as you get
So
into
you'll
town.
be Daniel's neighbor.
Yeah.
Have you met Daniel?
I have not, but I've heard a lot about him. I'm looking forward to meeting him.
Yeah.
And along with the rest of, I've met a lot of nice people in the town so far, and looking forward to meeting.
Well, I think you're coming to one of the best communities in the world.
Well, there you go.
Hey, my opinion.
All right.
It's not slanted at all. No,
not at all.
It's not. Now, your partner in barbecue crime, Mr. D. Shaw.
Yeah, D has actually been with me since the beginning. He's one of my head cooks, and he does most of the cooking. He started out in Okmulgee with me, and I moved him to Tulsa, and he did a lot of good work in Tulsa. So, that's kind of our business model. We'll open up a place, get it going, and real well. We went to Tulsa, got it going, got a good team in place in there, and then we'll move on to Cushing. I'll have D and a couple other from the team, along with 15 to 20 new employees from Cushing that we'll employ. And
that is, there again, a fabulous thing to hear about people in our community being employed by new industry and business coming in. So I thank you for that right now, for employing local, and that's exciting.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. It makes me feel good to give people, a chance and help them and their families, live,
right. Exactly.
Get a nice income.
Exactly. Well, let's talk about how you have come to where you are today, in the sense of, when did you first have an interest in cooking or in smoking meats, that type of thing?
Well, I'm originally from Kansas City,
Okay.
and most people know that Kansas City is for the most part the center of barbecue in the country. So, being from Kansas City, I said, I know barbecue. And I was actually in the mortgage business for about 10, 12 years, and we all know what happened back in 2008. We had,
Yes.
the big crash of 2008. Well, I was laid off from my job and really didn't have anything to do. So I said, hey, there was a barbecue place available in Okmulgee, and I talked to the owner, and they actually had gone out of business a year or two prior. And I said, you know what, man, I want to get this place. I want to open up my own business, my own barbecue restaurant. And they tried to talk me out of it for about 2 or 3 months, and I was persistent and ended up, getting that place and opening it up back in 2008. And that was really the start of the barbecue, deal. But I've always cooked. I remember when I was a kid back in the 70s, I would always, when my mom was in the kitchen cooking, I was always there with her, be it from cooking spaghetti to, lasagna to, chicken fried steak
Right.
to steaks to everything. I was in there with her. My sister and brother weren't, they were interested in other things, but I was really interested in cooking. So.
And I think that's what it takes to do something like this. And Dee, that's kind of your story as well. You kind of grew up with let's talk a little bit about your family.
Well, with a cooking influence, in most cases, at that time, cooking is, it's the time in which a lot of families have the opportunity to come together. That's where, relationships are built with, whether that be with, father, son,
Right.
Son, daughter, mother, whatever the case may be. That's where some of your most important relationships are built. And I was just fortunate enough to get that type of relationship with my mother as well as my father. Now, my father was definitely a huge influence in terms of the barbecue aspect of it, because, he was always cooking for large amounts of people. And that's what you did, in order to save time and to do it in an efficient manner. You throw a lot of meat on a pit or smoker,
Right.
and you make some sides and
Right.
serve everybody, cook for everybody. And so that's where my early influences came from, and they just have continued that way.
Now, Cap, I want to talk a little bit about the fact that in the restaurant that'll be opening up soon, you'll have sports available on TVs.
Oh yeah.
But let's talk about, you have a bit of a sports career.
Let's
talk about that a
did. I'm a has-been now, but I did play football for the University of Tulsa.
Love that.
Yeah, I played football. Graduated in May of '94. So I've been out for about 20 years now. But my last playing year was the '92, '93.
So what position?
Season. I was a wide receiver.
Wide receiver.
Yeah, I was a lot skinnier and a lot faster then.
So you've got something there. I'm seeing.
Well, yeah, it's a Hall of Fame ring. Was inducted in 2013. Back at TU. So
Pretty cool.
Really proud about that. I just can't say more about it.
That totally rocks. And here in Cushing, like I was saying before we went on, man, our Friday night lights here is some pretty serious business.
Oh, yeah.
So how exciting is it to have someone in town with an eatery, and of course it being barbecue, a guy's best friend, and then to have that sports connection? I just totally love that.
Well, I appreciate that, and we'll have that sports theme in the restaurant. We'll have about 5 or 6 big screen TVs.
Love it.
We'll have a bunch of sports memorabilia that's up, and that's going to mirror our first 2 stores. So Friday night, if you want to come in and watch the game, you can come in, eat some wings, and drink some beer, and then hang out. Or Saturday, if OU's playing Texas, you can come in and watch the game. Or if Sunday, when the Cowboys or the Chiefs are playing, we can come in and watch the game, hang out, and have some barbecue.
Maybe a little Monday night football even.
And Monday night, yeah. We'll be open 7 days a week.
Yeah, what if we all are just there every day? I mean,
hey,
that'd be okay, wouldn't it?
That would be, yeah. We should be a big family.
Well, let's talk about when approximately we're going to get to check out Cap's Barbecue.
Well, we're shooting for mid-September, so that's virtually 30 to 45 days away. It's going to depend on how we can get in and get the place cleaned up,
Right.
get it remodeled. We're going to install a smoker. That's kind of the lifeblood of the business, But we're looking at the mid-September, latest October 1st.
Okay. All right. So that's going to hit our football season, and we'll
Oh, yeah.
have to see about getting you hooked up there with one of your TV screens and some of the CHS
Oh, yeah.
football for Friday night.
Oh,
So
yeah,
that's
definitely.
that's just really cool. Well, I am very excited. Now, will you be open 6 or 7 days a week?
We will
How's
be,
that?
we'll be open 7 days a week.
Wow.
Generally, our hours are going to be Monday through Friday, or Monday through Saturday, 11 to 9. And on Sunday, we'll open at 11, but we'll probably close down a little bit earlier, maybe 5 or so,
Yeah.
or 6. But we will be open 7 days a week.
Wow, that's a huge commitment. Your other two facilities open like that as well?
They're open 7 days a week as well.
Wow,
A week as well.
so you got a lot going on. You're
Oh,
going to be
yeah.
blazing a trail.
Well, hopefully, I'm going to stay put in this location for a while until we can get
great.
it going, and you know, it's going to be, you know, get it consistently, you know, doing good business. You know, I'll be here and until, you know, the next venture opens up. But for now, Cushing is where it's at.
Of course it's where it's at. And so is Cap's Barbecue coming to you soon. We'll keep you updated, and then we'll even go there and eat local so we can really check out the behind the scenes. All right. Well, Cap Crowder and Dee Shaw, thanks for coming in and giving us the preview of what's to come.
Yeah.
Football, barbecue, and so much more. I'm stoked. All right, you're watching Donna and Friends. We'll be back. So barbecue, football, and more, what do you need? And clothing as well. This has been Donna and Friends, and next week you want to stay tuned because you just never know what or who's next.
You're watching RDMG TV.